You ever wonder where people are moving to Bend from? I'm sure you do, because it's always talked about. There's a certain state that gets all this blame for what Bend has become, and it's their fault and whatever, right? I'll give you a hint. It's the state that's right below us. It's not Bend, Oregon, but it's Bend. You can fill in the blank from there, right? Well, this video today is going to be talking about where are the top 10 cities in which people are searching for Bend, Oregon real estate? Where are they at right now? Okay, and sure, California is going to have a few of those, and that's okay because we love our Californians. They've really brought a lot to the table living up here, and we're thankful for that. And I mean that genuinely, okay? I'm not being sarcastic when I say that. I'm not, okay? I actually very much appreciate it. We have a lot of clients that move up here from California, so we thank you for that. But let's talk a little bit more about where are these towns that people are currently at right now that are planning on relocating to Bend. And it's not, like I said, not just California. So that's what this video is about. We're also going to be touching on the current state of the market. Why are prices still stable? $700,000 is our median home price in Bend. $525,000 is the median home price in Redmond. Why is that? Well, it's an inventory issue, and it has a lot to do with so many people relocating to Bend on an annual basis because Bend in Central Oregon is an absolutely spectacular place. Who could literally blame anybody for relocating to Bend? So that's what we're touching on today. If this video sounds like it's for you, stick around. We're getting after it right now. Hey, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living, eating, sleeping, working, playing, the good and the bad, where your neighbor's from in Bend, Oregon, then subscribe to the channel, tap that notification bell below so you can be the first to know about the current market happenings here in Bend and surrounding sunny, yes, it's still sunny in June, it better be sunny in June, Central Oregon. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 90, it doesn't matter to us. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, set up a Zoom. We'd love to be the ones that help you make that relocation to Bend. Or if you're already here, we'd love to help you sell your home. We'd love to help you buy a home. If you're already here in Bend looking somewhere else in town or maybe in Redmond or somewhere else, give us a call. We want to be your chosen realtor. So with that being said, we're going to jump into this video today. Like I touched on in the intro, we're talking about where are people relocating from. I found an article that might be very interesting to you. Maybe it's not, maybe it's frustrating because it could be kind of controversial. So let's just jump into it right now. I'm going to share my screen and we'll get off to the races with this thing. Okay, mic check. All right, we got Central Oregon Daily. That's one of our news outlets here. And they put together this list about a month ago. It's pretty interesting to me. I stumbled across it a couple weeks ago. And I just wanted to make a video I've been meaning to. So I'm going to do it today. And I want to share this with you because it's interesting. Yes, there's 10 different towns that make up the top 10 in terms of the most searched real estate in Bend from where these towns are located, right? Hopefully that made sense to you. Sure, there's people all over the country, probably all over the world, that will go to realtor.com or go to Zillow.com and type in real estate in Bend, Oregon. But these are the top 10, okay? Most searched from. And you're going to find it interesting because you're going to be able to predict probably 3 or 4 of them, maybe more, but there's probably 2 or 3 in there that you're like, huh, kind of a head scratcher. Like I didn't expect that. So let's jump in right now. First one, I'm going to scroll down. Okay, first one on the list is Chicago, Illinois. Okay, that kind of caught me by surprise. I didn't expect Chicago to be a top 10 on the list in terms of most searched real estate in Bend, Oregon from people in Chicago or the Chicago area. But hey, there's a lot of people in the Midwest that end up moving to the West Coast, and Bend is, of course, nationally renowned now. Okay, it's a very famous town. People want to live on the West Coast, and Bend is certainly a very high priority on that list. And if they're not looking for a large city like LA or San Francisco or Seattle, but Bend, okay, is an absolutely great spot to be. We know this. Chicago's median home price is roughly 400,000 people as of this recording, and who can blame anybody for wanting to live in Bend if they're from the Midwest somewhere? I can say that because my dad's from Wisconsin. You know, he moved us out here back in 1991. So here we go. Let's go down to number 2, Eugene, Oregon. Okay. A local town, it's 2 hours away. Not a big surprise, right? Median home price in Eugene is $532,000. A lot of people in the valley want to live in Bend. They visit over here on a regular basis. Who can blame them for wanting to get out of the valley to come live in the outdoor paradise and the high desert? Okay, you get to live in a desert in the Northwest. here in Bend. Okay, so Eugene cracks the list. Of course, there's going to be others in Oregon. That's a spoiler alert for you, but it just makes sense, right? Let's continue on. San Jose, California. Okay, there's the first California city. Median home price is $1.4 million in San Jose and the Silicon Valley area. That's just a crazy statistic. We had some clients here in the last 2 months that came up and they're looking around at houses for their price and whatnot. We asked them about their house. They live next to a freeway and it's a 3-bed, 2-bath. And on the other side of their property is going to be a Costco or a Fred Meyer or some Vons maybe. I don't even know. But the reality is that house is worth like 1.4 million. And it's just like, okay, that's just the nature of the market there. It's pretty wild, but makes sense, right? Sell the house there, move up here, and you get to have the same house or maybe even a better situation for half the price. Okay, I mean, come on, who doesn't want to take advantage of that opportunity? That's number 8, San Jose. San Francisco, here we go. All right, I know what you're saying. Okay, it's all California's fault. No, it's not. But San Francisco's number 2 in terms of California towns on this list, most searched for. Okay, doesn't mean that's where they're coming from, but it sort of does, right? San Francisco's median home price is 1.2 million. San Jose's is 1.4. So you're starting to get the feel for maybe why and how some of our local prices remain high, because that's where people are moving from. Okay, but who can blame them, right? It's just right down the road or up the road, about 8-hour drive, and then we have so many direct flights to the Bay Area. Few of those a day, so can't blame anybody for that because Bend is a fantastic place to be. But again, San Jose and San Francisco rounding up number 8, number 7 most searched for locations for people looking for real estate in Bend and surrounding Central Oregon. Number 6, Phoenix. Bet that caught you by surprise, right? I personally would have thought that San Jose and San Francisco would have been more popular starting points for people looking to relocate to Bend than Phoenix, but here, I'm wrong again, right? Phoenix, Arizona is a fantastic place to move to Bend from, but it's also a great place to visit because we've got the infrastructure in place, right? We've got that daily flight to and from Sky Harbor on a daily basis, so it's easy to get to. So it makes sense that people can visit Bend in just 3 hours and they can check out the area and they can realize, okay, life doesn't have to be 110 degrees every single day. They can actually have 4 seasons if they want to. And so sometimes Bend is a choice. Can't blame them for that either. Phoenix, their median home price as of this recording is $430,000. And so interesting again, okay? Half these homes or half these towns so far, their median price is below our median at 700, and the other half are way above, right? And we're going to see some more of that here as we progress through this list. All right, number 5, you did not think that Atlanta, Georgia would have been more popular searching wise for real estate than the other previous 5 that we've gone through, right? I never would have thought that so many people are curious about real estate in Bend, Oregon that live down south in the ATL. Did you know that? If you did, drop a comment. Maybe you're looking at Bend real estate and you're in Georgia right now in the Atlanta area. Drop a comment. I'd love to hear from you. But anyway, Atlanta, Georgia, $400,000 median home price is what's going on down there right now. And there's people in the Atlanta, Georgia area that are curious about Bend real estate. So we'll see what comes of that over the next few months or the next few years. We might be getting a lot more people from the Atlanta, Georgia area moving to Bend, Oregon. Pretty interesting. Okay, let's continue on. Salem, of course. There's going to be more local towns. Salem's our 3rd largest city in Oregon. At least I think it is, right? If you're from Salem, let me know, because I think Eugene currently is the 2nd biggest town in Oregon. But you can correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, the capital city of Oregon, it's about 2.5 hours away by car. Of course, people are going to try and get out of Salem and want to relocate to Bend. Can't blame them for that. Median home prices in the 400s right now in Salem. So obviously a fantastic place to come move to Bend or Redmond or wherever from Salem. And don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking on Salem. There's people that move to Salem from Bend as well. So, it's just the way it is. But there's more people moving to Bend from Salem than from Bend to Salem. So let's continue on. Number 3, of course, Seattle. There is so much activity from the state of Washington, people looking to move down to the Bend and Central Oregon area, from the Seattle area, from the Tacoma area, from the Spokane area, but Seattle specifically, their median price point of a home right now is $860,000. So they're going to sell their home up there, come down here, find a similar style home, or maybe they're going to downgrade, get a smaller home, or maybe they're going to go up, get a bigger home, but they're going to feel like they're getting a bargain when they buy a home that's been on the market for 5 days at full ask, because that same home up there in Washington State is going to be probably 15 to 20% higher, maybe $100,000 more than what they were going to purchase if they stayed in Seattle. So now you're starting to get it, right? And it's starting to make sense why some of these prices, among other reasons, are remaining high. People that relocate, not just Californians, are coming from areas where their median price, they sell a home for 1.3 million. They come down here and they get a house for $700,000 or $800,000, depending on the situation. Okay, you can just totally scale that any which way you want to. Some people might sell a house for 3 million, come down here and buy a $1.8 million house. But that is a very common conversation that we have with people that reach out to us from out of the area. Pretty interesting. So can you guess number 2 and number 1? I bet you can. Okay, there's 2 large cities that have not been revealed yet on this list, and we have to think that they're going to show up, right? Can you guess what they are? If you're going to guess, drop it in the comment section below. Pause the video and then drop it. I'd love to play a game with you guys and see who can actually predict what the next 2 are, because it's pretty obvious, right? It's not that fun of a game. We'll scroll down. LA, of course. LA, $1.2 million median home price right now. It's the second largest city in the country. It's the biggest city in the West Coast. Of course, there's people that are moving to Bend from LA and the metropolitan area. We'll include San Diego for this particular exercise too. That might get me in trouble too, right? That's really offensive to a lot of San Diego County people. But anyway, there's people moving from Southern California, and they're moving up here in droves at a very rapid pace, because their median price point for a home down there is over $1 million in most areas, and they're coming up here. They're bringing their ideas and their concepts with them. So same with the other places, but very, very popular area to move to Bend from is Southern California, and for good reason, right? I mean, Bend is a great place to be. We know that. We don't need to go into that list. But here you go. LA's number 2. Now, number 1, the most searched for city where people are starting their search from, looking at real estate in Bend, Oregon and Redmond, Oregon. Where is it? Pretty obvious, right? Just local, just up the road a little ways, about 3 hours. Of course, it's Portland, Oregon. So many people come to visit Bend in Central Oregon from the Portland area. Okay, last Monday was Memorial Day. I kid you not, we were driving out to Black Butte Ranch to spend the day there, and literally it took us probably an hour and a half to get from Bend to Black Butte Ranch, because the log jam of traffic just outside Sisters was so significant. So many people were driving back to the valley on Monday after their 3-day holiday weekend. It was pretty alarming. I didn't expect that. It actually kind of got frustrating, but that's okay. That's just the way it is. That's the way the holiday weekends work around here. People in the valley absolutely love coming to Bend to visit the area. And a lot of those people end up moving here because they want to live where they vacation on an annual basis, right? We've got that bumper sticker zipping around town, which is kind of like braggadocious, where it's like, your vacation is where I live. Anyway, let's continue on with this article. Why are prices remaining so high, or at least stable? Well, it's because of our inventory situation. We just touched on the first reason. So many people are moving to the Bend, Oregon area, okay? And it's happening faster and faster every year. If I say that we had 225,000 people in Deschutes County, this year we'll have probably 400,000. If I say 2040 or 2045, I mean, that's not too far-fetched. It could be more than that for all we know. But the reality is that prices of homes remain stable because so many people are coming in from out of the area to buy them. Okay, a lot of people right now live in Bend and have a lot of built up equity in their home, and they're wanting to do something too. They want to move laterally, whether it's somewhere in Bend to another point in Bend, or maybe to Redmond, or Redmond to Bend, vice versa. But they have a very, very amazing problem. Okay, they've got the golden handcuffs on right now. They've got that 2.8% interest rate. They got that 3.4% interest rate, which is great. And they got this equity built up in their home, but they realize it doesn't take much to think it through. If I sell, what am I going to do? What can I buy? There's not much there. There's only a month and a half of inventory on the market right now, which means this: if no other homes came on the market today, it would take 45 days for every home that we have currently on the market to get sold or to get purchased. Pretty interesting stuff, right? So that's why we have our prices the way they are. They remain stable, but what's going to happen when interest rates do go down? Okay, that's pretty interesting to me too, because there's a lot of people, I talk to a lot of clients or potential clients that are like, well, we're going to wait for the rates to come down. Okay. Is that a good idea? Could be for you, but let's explore that. Okay. There's a consequence for waiting for rates to go down, because not just you is waiting for rates to go down. There are hundreds of people, maybe thousands of people waiting for rates to go down. What's going to happen when they go down to 6, go down to 5? Okay, that's going to be our new low rate. We peaked at 8% last year. We've gone down to about 7 now, but people are still waiting. It's not a significant enough dip for a crazy shakeup in the market. But what's going to happen when they do? When we get down to 5.5, there's going to be a lot of people that are entering the market. What's that going to do to the available supply? Okay, it's going to go down even further. We're trying to build homes as fast as we can in Bend. Look at this article here from Cascade Business News. Okay, this is talking about home builders fuel new neighborhoods growth. Okay, we've got, if you look at the orange here, Deschutes County, we've got 35 subdivisions that have been planted and started since 2018, with more to come. Okay, we've got 19 in Jefferson County, we've got 15 in Crook County. We've got that many new subdivisions that have basically started in the last 6 years trying to keep up with demand. What's going to happen when interest rates finally do go down? Okay, it's going to send prices up and away again. Okay, crystal ball time. I don't have a crystal ball, but that's what I think. Okay, that's just an opinion. But the reality is that's kind of what we've seen over the course of the last 30 years in Bend. We've never seen such a significant change in interest rates from 2.8% or 3% and going all the way up to 8% in like a 14-month period of time. It's just insane. So what's going to happen when it finally goes back the other way? Well, demand is going to skyrocket and prices are going to, as a result, go up. So where are you in your purchasing process, your selling process, whatever it is? We would love to help you. We'd love to be your chosen resource as it relates to your real estate needs. We'd love to have a conversation about real estate with you. It doesn't matter what kind of conversation that is. Let's just get the talk going so that we can figure out what the best way is to help you and service you. Okay, thanks for watching today. My name's Ryan. I'm a licensed broker with eXp Realty. You can subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done so, please do so. Like the video, maybe drop a comment, and then when it's your time to reach out, call us, text us, email us, set up a Zoom. We're happy to meet you where you're at in terms of your communication method. And then that's it for today. Thank you for watching. If you're still here, we'll see you on the next video.